Hello! I realize that most of my videos start either on my bed or my desk, so I'm trying to switch it up, which makes sense today because it is 5:30 p.m. and you can tell by looking at me that I didn't just wake up. I wish I could say that I woke up like this, but I did not. I just did my hair and my makeup because I'm about to record a video for the main channel. I'm on fire with that channel. Well, relatively, because I don't normally record this many videos. I did 2 last week and I'm doing 2 this upcoming week, and it feels really good. What was I gonna say to you? Well, I guess I'll give you a little summary. I woke up and I've been feeling really good all day. I did some new meditations. I fell asleep to a few. I've been downloading some from podcasts. That's where I like to get meditations from. So if you go to iTunes podcast, for example, you can just type in meditation. You'll find a bunch. One of my favorites is called The Meditation Podcast. I'll link to it down below for you. And I like to listen to some that are, at night I fall asleep to meditations that are specifically for nighttime, for preparing you for sleep. And then in the morning I listen to whatever I feel like I need the most. So whatever I feel like I need to work on. One of them today I listened to was from a new podcast. I don't remember what it's called, but it was involved tapping. And I don't have much experience with tapping. If you've never heard of it before, it involves saying things like affirmations and tapping certain parts of your body. So you usually tap your head, your eyebrows, under your eyes, your nose, your chin, your throat, all over your body. And you say different things out loud. And I learned about this a few years ago and wasn't very convinced by it, but a number of people that I follow, like Gabrielle Bernstein, for example, I don't know if Tony Robbins is into it. I think Brendan Burchard, he's one of my favorite entrepreneurs to learn from. He's into that. A lot of the Hay House authors, I read a lot of Hay House books, they're into tapping, and Hay House actually published a book about tapping. I think the guy, his name is Nick Ortner, I feel like. But yeah, seriously, like I think Tim Ferriss, Lewis Howes, like a lot of the big entrepreneur successful people out there into this. So I didn't actually intend to listen to that, but just so happened that the meditation involved that, and I'm really glad that it did, because I did it, I felt better, I want to do more, and I encourage you to look into it as well. I'll link to the book that I'm referencing down below about that and the meditation if you want to try it out. You need to read a little bit about it or watch a video on it before you do a meditation, because this one's for people that already understand the principle. I think I went to like an online course for this at one point. So let's see, after that was such a great start to the day, and I had this whole routine now, which I'll promise I'm making a video about this sometime soon. But I take probiotics, I take a turmeric supplement, I've been taking the thyroid supplement, and it's herbal, right? So somebody raised some concern about taking things without them being prescribed or recommended by a doctor. A lot of the things that I take are very, very gentle herbal formulas. They're not the same thing as a prescription, and these are designed to be very subtle integrations and support your body, not necessarily heal it or be a fix or whatever. They're not the type of thing that you need a prescription for, although I do agree that you got to be careful when it comes to adding anything to your life. So I just try to tune in and to see, and I also take things that from companies I really trust and formulas that I understand for the most part. So this is what I've been taking, and I'm definitely gonna talk to a doctor and or herbalist about it at some point, but it's a very, very gentle thing, mainly consuming of iodine from seaweed, ashwagandha, which is a superfood that you can take pretty freely, shishandra, another one. So it's very, very simple. I'm not recommending this to you though. Don't take my word for it. My decisions are based on a lot of information I've gathered over the years from all sorts of experts in nutrition and herbs, and I've actually been to the Gaia Herbs farm and talked to the owner there, so I've spent a lot of time educating myself, but I still would like to go see a doctor and talk to them about specific things and see what's right for me. So I do agree with that point that you shouldn't just take something without understanding it. That's why I always read the ingredient labels and study up on this. Anyways, so that's been part of my morning routine, drinking lots of water. I had some stomach tea to continue healing myself from last night. I ended up taking this new, speaking of supplements and, you know, trying a few things. What was this called? Hold on, let me get it out of the package. I was taking something as part of this sample pack I was sent. And it was for, oh yeah, it's called an alkaline booster, and it's to help you after you've had an acidic meal. And I thought that was perfect for last night. It was the first time I'd taken this. And it has calcium and magnesium and potassium in it and salt and some gentle things that can help with your body, like fennel with digestion. So that was really cool. I'm glad that I took that. I have been very sniffly today, but so far my digestion has been fine. For those of you who are following my digestion journey, it's always interesting learning how to eat properly. I've been doing some reading, and I'm about to record a video. Oh, I already told you that, didn't I? Yes, I'm about to record that video. I'm using my webcam for it. Sometimes I shoot with my DSLR, this guy. And this time I'm shooting with this. This is my HD webcam, which I will link to if you're curious, and my faithful microphone. I love this thing. It's interesting, when I bought this, these are affordable but also kind of pricey. I think they're somewhere between $50 to $100. I bought this at Best Buy on like a complete whim, and I don't even know why I bought it. And interestingly enough, I ended up doing so many things with this that I never expected, like a podcast, which I'll be doing again soon, and these videos, it records so well. It's huge. It's definitely better for things like a podcast. Or with this setup, I can actually hide it. So, well, this is like, I don't know how that looks on camera to you, but it looks weird to me. So when I'm recording with this, I can hide the microphone just by tilting my screen a little bit. So that's a little behind the scenes for you. I know you guys enjoy that. So I'm gonna go do this video, get it done. I always get a little bit annoyed right before I record a video. I have this dream, I've had this dream for years, of having a crew, of having a set, and I can just show up, say what I need to say, and leave, and not have to worry about the camera, setting up, cleaning up, getting the lights right, getting the audio right, doing the editing. That is what I want, and one day I will have it. So that part of me is always kind of irritated when I have to record, because I don't like doing all that stuff. But I don't mind talking about everything. It's just I dread all of this. This one's a very simple video. I'm excited about this because it involves a giveaway, and it'll probably be really short. So I will let you know when it's up, because the giveaway is going to be kind of cool. Okay, I'm going to go do the video. I'll check in with you later. I'm going to a party tonight. I'm hanging out with Jason again, for those of you who love that. Kobe may or may not come. Hopefully she will. And who knows what else the day will hold. I'm hoping also to go for a hike. And that'll be a little bit dependent on Jason, because if he doesn't come with me, I'll probably just go for a standard walk. But if he does want to come, maybe I can convince him to go in like some exciting place in LA. P.S. I meant to tell you about this crazy, vivid dream I had last night. Okay, I'll try to sum it up as quickly as possible, but it was one of those dreams where I woke up and I immediately wanted to recall it because I didn't want to forget it. And also, I got woken up by Evie, and so it like interrupted the dream, and that's when usually it can be super vivid if you've been interrupted in the middle of it. And I was like feeling upset that the dream had to end, so you know it's a good one. In this dream, I was at an old office that I used to work at years ago, where I was doing video editing, and that somehow transformed into like a school, like a high school. And I don't know if I felt like I was back in high school or not. It wouldn't have made sense with the timeline, but I did something wrong, and either I got pulled in, I think I got pulled into my boss's office, and then that started to merge into like the principal's office or something. And I think somebody came to my defense and got really angry at the school, and then became very violent and started shooting. And next thing I know, I'm in the middle of this school shooting. Terrifying, right? So it went from I think I felt like this person was trying to protect me to this person was against me, and I was, my life was threatened. And I was running through the hallways with all the students. Everyone was running, trying to get away from the shooter. And I remember that horrible thing you get in dreams sometimes where like you feel like you can't move very fast, like you're going really slow, and I couldn't get away and I was trying to hide, and it was like very, very scary. And next thing I know, I was running through the streets of either like Canada or France, and I got into like this alleyway and was in this stairwell of like, I want to say it was, there was a woman at the top, and she was like from a church. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a nun or something like that. And I remember feeling like she didn't want me to be there, or she was like, I was on her property or whatever, and I was trying to convey what was going on, and so she let me into this like apartment. And this other girl who was running away too came in, and I remember being annoyed momentarily that this other girl was there. I don't know why. But what was the most interesting thing is it suddenly turned from me feeling like my life was threatened and I was like trying to hide from my life, but it started to shift where I suddenly felt really protected. And there were all these women around me, and they were all kind of like that nun type person. I don't know if that's what they were exactly, but that's what they felt like. So I felt very safe and protected. And I remember they spoke English really well, but somehow I realized I was in France at some point. And anyways, like I started meeting their children, and I started meeting like husbands, and like I just felt so welcomed. And I think the part of my dream that got interrupted was when one of the husbands said to me that I was welcome to stay as long as I wanted to, and I was upset because I had to leave. Like this is how stories evolve in your dreams, and one thing merges into another. Mine merged into like I had to go away on a trip, and I was running late. I had to like go get on the airplane or like go meet up with somebody, and I was feeling very conflicted because I really wanted to stay and enjoy myself and stay in France and explore and be with these really welcoming people. I was trying to make up my mind of what I was going to do. And it was such this detailed dream, like it's probably one of those dreams that I'll never forget, because I remember exactly what this apartment felt like. I remember like going up this curvy stairwell and having this moment within this dream of just deep peace and saying like, I felt very comforted by this stairwell or whatever. And even in the dream, I was recalling like another time I had been in a stairwell. So it was like a dream within a dream at points. Like there was just all these beautiful detailed moments, but the overall feeling I had was peace and safetyness and not being alone. And actually, in yesterday's video, I talked about the anecdote of Mother Teresa, and that was related to Wayne Dyer's advice about us remembering that we're not alone, that there are people that care about us and will protect us, and we are supported. And I think that's part of the inspiration for that dream of feeling like there are people that will take care of me, that will be there to support me through the scariest times in my life, that will protect me through it, that'll let me into their homes, that will encourage me to stay, that I'm not like getting to a point where they want me to leave. There's a phrase for that, but anyways, it was definitely one of those dreams I wanted to stay in, mainly because I really wanted to be back in France. I haven't been to France. France is the country that I visited the most out of any place in Europe, and I studied French and I speak it fairly well, and I realized like how much I want to go back there. So I guess maybe I need to make that happen. If any of you have any other thoughts on that dream, I know one or two of you had some really interesting things about another dream I had recently that I talked about. So if you want to share any interpretations, I'd love to hear it. And if any of you want to share any of your recent dreams or a powerful dream that you've had, I'd love to hear about it too. Okay, off to make this video. All right, the video is done, and I even answered an email. This is very blown out right now. I answered an email that I've been wanting to take care of for literally months. if you haven't heard me say this before, it can take me a very, very, very long time to reply to emails because I don't enjoy the process. But they're always in the back of my mind, so it's incredibly relieving when I get to do that. Plus, at the suggestion of one of you and also Wayne Dyer, I am actively looking for ways to support other people. And although I feel like I support people through my work with videos and all sorts of things eco vegan gal related, I want to find bigger ways to support people, and I want to find ways to support people that might not directly benefit me. I think that that's the thing that is honestly at the end of the day most gratifying, is when you can do something without thinking of yourself first. And that's something I can definitely work on because yeah, I honestly have a tendency to think of what's in it for me. And I would like to every day do at least one thing that's there's nothing in it for me. And I feel like this email exchange was that today. I also heard from Jason, and he says that we're gonna go on our walk. Yes. So we're gonna try to go on this hike that I've been wanting to go on for a little while. I gotta go change, and I'm gonna go home and come home from that, change again, and go out to the party.
Who's that? That's the pig. Hi. You ready to go for a hike? You ready to work that little butt out?
Let's do this.
Had a nice walk with Jason, and we're on our way to our friend Koya's party, but we're stopping by this place called Fudge on Melrose because we heard they have some of our favorite chocolate here, and it looks like such a cool place. This place is owned by Jessica Biel, the actress. I've always wanted to go in here.
That's great. Our team must be right with you.
Okay.
There she is. Hi. Oh my God, this looks so good.
Wow.
Fig, jalapeno, olive,
Mustard? No?
And de-featured it. And I'm still thinking about suing YouTube just to dress Matisse up, make a documentary called Matisse Goes to Florida.
I don't know how many times. But it's Chloe Webber's birthday. I love this girl. So happy to be here with her.
Love you.
What?
Yeah, that's a photo shoot.
That-
So
yeah,
before
wow.
I wish I had my camera. Where's my camera? Yeah.
It's like superhero angel cake.
We have to do it before. Jackfruit.
Back from the party and everything else tonight, relaxing in bed, reading this, of course. I have 3 chapters left. Tempted to finish it tonight, but I feel like a little like antsy or something. Sometimes this book feels like a slow read. I love it. Or maybe it's like there's a lot to process and I kind of want to read another one of my books. There's a bunch of others, like a part of the reason I want to finish this is so I can start reading another one, but I think I might just read a little bit from the other one. Anyways, look at this stack. I just love reading. I'm also reading this book. It's different. There's other books that I want to read, and I've got like a couple chapters in, But this one I'm reading for Healthy, Balanced Vegan Body. And it doesn't really count because it's like a different type of book. Does that make sense? Anyways, I had a fun night. It was very mellow. I'm actually very grateful that it was such a mellow party. Just a bunch of hanging out, eating food. One of my friends, Robbie, brought such delicious jackfruit, and I haven't had fresh jackfruit in a while. And I could just like eat a huge bowl of it, and I'm still craving the taste of it. I almost want to like go out and get some. But jackfruit's a pain. You have to wait for it to get just ripe enough, and then you have to open up and pull apart all the little pods and stuff. It's a lot of work. It's nice when somebody else does it for you. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say about the night. It was just very relaxing. The little walk that I did earlier was great, and I feel really mellow. I feel grateful that I had such a peaceful day. I'm debating whether or not I want to take a shower now or potentially tomorrow morning. Chances are I won't in the morning because church starts at 11:30, and that's relatively early for me to be somewhere. I don't think I'm going to be motivated enough to get up and take a shower in the morning, but I don't usually like taking showers at night. I don't know why. Just not as pleasant as during the day, I guess. So I'm in a bit of a conundrum. I don't think I can wait to wash my hair any longer before I go out. It's okay. I've been using dry shampoo, but it's still got that like greasy element to it that just doesn't feel good going out with. So I guess I'm going to take one now, which is a nice way to end the day. Yeah, I don't have much else to say today, except I just feel good. And this book, despite me saying that I feel anxious to finish it, it has taught me so many great habits. So many great things. And actually what I like about his writing is he repeats himself a lot in his books, I've noticed. I think this is only the second book I've read of his. I have 2 more here that I'm looking forward to reading, and then there's a few that he's mentioned in this book that I really want to read now. I honestly would love to read all his books, and I think he wrote like 30. He did pass away last year, which is sad. You know when you feel really connected to someone through their writing and then you find out that they are no longer alive? It's sad. But yeah, I've just been really thinking a lot about what he's said, and it helps me so much. I'm very grateful, and I know at least one of you has purchased this book based on my recommendation, which I'm so glad to hear. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap things up here, jump in the shower, do some more reading, and then head to bed. I feel very close. Tomorrow is a big day for me. Tomorrow's the last day of July, and whenever it's the beginning of a month, I feel super motivated. There's 3 things that I want to accomplish in August, you guys, and I want you to hold me accountable. 1 is to finally get Eco Vegan Pal rolling. I don't know what that means yet, but I just need to start somewhere with it where you guys can actually be involved. No longer the development phase. It'll probably be in development for a while, but I mean, like, I want like people participating with it. 2 is I really want to bring the creators community to a new level. If you don't know about that yet, it is my online membership group for content creators. It's a support system, and I've been wanting to like elevate that to a new level and promote it more and do more things with it, and that's fairly easy, but I don't know, something keeps getting in the way. 3 is that I want to do round 2 of my Creative Wealth program, which is an online course that I taught earlier this year. It was incredibly rewarding. I want to run it again, and I want to improve it, and I need to start promoting that. So I'd really love to launch promotions on Monday so that I could get off the ground and have that course up and running either mid-month or end of the month. So those three things, like if I just really focus on them, I know I can accomplish them this month. A month is plenty of time to do things. It's just for me, sometimes it's just, I drag myself. So I'd love your help in holding me accountable. I'd love you to be involved in any of those. So I'll just keep you posted as that progresses. And I just hope that I can stay in a positive mindset, stay motivated and inspired, and just like use this energy to get things off the ground. And I hope that that will inspire you to get everything that you want off the ground too. Okay, shower time for me and then relaxation. So I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for being part of my journey. Bye.